Busta. Busta Rhymes. What did Busta Rhymes do this time? Let's check it out, guys. The thumbs up button.
But they decided not to show up. Let's go ahead and roll that.
New Orleans, y'all look like y'all tired. You motherfuckers ain't ready. I don't give a fuck how many seats is empty in this bitch. Everybody that's here, get the fuck up. Sir and miss, thank you. Excuse me, brother.
That's a dead crowd.
Don't start with motherfucking me today.
It's a dead crowd.
Going on? What the fuck going on?
That's a dead crowd.
Hey yo, fuck them camera phones too. Let's get back to interacting like humans. Put them weird ass devices down. I ain't from that era. Them don't control the soul. Your phone. Excuse me, gentlemen. Thank you very much. I will point every last one of y'all out until y'all license is up. 33 years of doing this shit, I ain't used to niggas sitting down at my show. I don't give a fuck. All age groups, get your up now. I see you, beautiful queen. Get up too. Going on. Everybody up top too. Get your big head asses up. Look, the reason why there will be zero tolerance for bullshit energy in here is because this is my first time in New Orleans at the fucking 30-year anniversary of the Ashes Festival. This my first time, this my brother's first time, and it's my other brother's first time.
That's right.
Make me feel like we home.
See, Busta Rhymes, and why people not really fooling Busta Rhymes like that, you can't say, oh, well, he's an older artist, so people not... No. 50 Cent is considered an older artist, too.
Yeah, he's selling it out.
And yet 50 Cent was selling out all the arenas that he was going to. So you can't say, oh, well, he's just a older artist from back in the day. No. Yeah. Busta Rhymes. Let me tell you about Busta Rhymes. So when Busta Rhymes first came out, with Woo-Ha and all that, man, hey, I like that. A lot of people like Busta. For years, people like Busta Rhymes and his music. He made a lot of good music. But this is the problem with Busta Rhymes today. The issue is Busta Rhymes decided to do something he had no business doing. He was sitting up here. You remember when Fat Joe was out here talking about blacks and Latinos, created hip-hop 50-50, and we know good and well that's a doggone lie. It was not created 50-50 by blacks and Latinos, in particular Puerto Ricans in New York. It was not at all.
They didn't come along.
Now, you can go watch Tariq Nasheed's film, Microphone Check, and the pioneers will tell you that, right? But just even what I knew growing up.
Hit the thumbs up button, guys. We are watching the Philip Scott Show. We're watching the Philip Scott Show. He's a YouTuber reactor, and I'm reacting to his channel right now. So go ahead and support his channel. Hit the thumbs up button. Let's get back into it.
As a small child, definitely in the 80s, and growing up being a teenager in the 90s. When I was first exposed to hip-hop, it wasn't, no Latinos was nowhere around. We didn't hear about no Latino artists, nothing. We know nothing about no Latinos. But yet, Busta Rhymes decided to go out there and take it a step further. He was saying 50-50. Then he started saying, y'all got all the Caribbeans. Y'all got that from us. Like, huh? Bruh, we didn't know nothing about no Caribbean dudes either. Talking about no hip-hop. The major artists, back when I was growing up, was LL Cool J. That's one of the first songs I liked. I'm Bad, right? LL Cool J, Black American. Run DMC. That's what we were listening to.
Black American.
You know what I'm saying? Later on, you had, some of the only other group that I knew of
that
people liked on Def Jam was the Beastie Boys, but they wasn't Latino. They were white. So it's like, what is he talking about? I'll be honest with you, I haven't really heard no Latino artists that actually sounded good until Big Pun, just to keep it real with you. And I thought Big Pun was a better rapper and artist any day over Fat Joe. Now, has Fat Joe made some good songs? Yeah, he did. I'm not going to take that away from Fat Joe. Because, you got to give credit where it's at. But Busta jumping here in this delineation conversation and started all of a sudden talking about he's Caribbean, he's Jamaican. Like, bruh, All these years, you never mentioned no Jamaican. Now all of a sudden, you delineating from Black Americans and talking about you Jamaican now. And then now he made videos. He was in Jamaica speaking patois and all that. Like, bro, where all that come from? All of a sudden, and it's not an issue of him being Jamaican. That's not a problem. Shout out to all the Jamaican brothers and sisters out there in the world. That's not the issue. The issue is he wanted to separate himself, saying, I'm Jamaican, I'm not Black American. Then he insulted Black Americans, talking about y'all don't have no culture. When you sit up here, your whole career is off our culture. It wasn't off Jamaican culture, brother.
Right.
You wasn't speaking patois the whole time. You came into Black American culture.
Right.
Hip-hop, what was created by Black Americans, has been cultivated and maintained.
Yeah, because I didn't know Busta Rhymes was Jamaican until maybe years later. That I realized he came out and said that, his family's from Jamaica. I was like, oh, I thought he was, grew up in America, from America. But, I mean, he grew up in America, but his family's from Jamaica. Hit the thumbs up button. I didn't know that till later.
By Black Americans, you came into it, and our man, okay, you a brother from New York. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is to it. You one of the brothers. And now you all talking about Jamaican and it's trying to separate yourself. So this is not, so what's happening to Busta is that Black Americans, and I normally don't discuss this on this channel, but it's relevant. Black Americans are just not taking too kind to the disrespect no more. Right. That's why the Tyler issue happened. It's because Black Americans not taking the disrespect no more. If you're going to sit up here and delineate yourself from Black Americans will say, okay, cool. You want to delineate, you want to separate yourself, you want to other.
Yeah, they do that. Haitians, Belizeans, Africans, Jamaicans, Haitians, they make it clear, hey, we're not with y'all. Now, if something happened where it's like something happened where like Obama or something, oh yeah, I'm Black now. Like when we're getting set, like when there's something big going on for Black Americans, then they all together with us. But when, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times when they have their separate celebrations, they really try to go out their way to separate themselves from us. Hit the thumbs up button. Oh shit, why this ain't playing? Oh, damn it.
Yourself, that's no problem. You just not going to get our support.
Right.
You can't be in America trying to do certain things that's kind of targeted to Black Americans and thinking they're going to support you now. Either you will come. It's okay if you're Jamaican. It's okay if you're an African. It doesn't matter. That's cool.
Right.
Just come with respect. That's it. Don't disrespect the culture. Don't disrespect Black Americans. And man, we rock with you, 100%. That's how we look at it.
Right.
But when you start joining the Fat Joes and talking about 50-50 and oh y'all ain't got no culture, the quickest way to lose support from Black Americans, you come insulting them. What I look like going to Jamaica and I start insulting Jamaicans, but yet I want Jamaican support. What I look like going to Nigeria, disrespecting Nigerians, but I want Nigerian support. That's not going to work. And I'm going to tell you, in them other countries, them other Black nations, they are quick to swarm on you, talking about you a foreigner, and how dare this foreigner coming here, you need to be deported. And they'll try to get your behind deported up out of there for disrespecting their culture.
That's right.
But yet, Black Americans is wrong for doing that, so Black Americans is showing Busta Rhymes, bruh, we ain't rocking with you. Yeah. Because nobody told you to do this. See, this is what I understand. Don't mess up your legacy, man, for some political agenda. If you make music, stick to that. Make people happy. Rock with people. Stay out of that. I always tell people that. Let the people who's versed in politics do that. Don't let these political parties mess you over. It don't matter what political party. Because you know what? These political politicians can go on by their business and you going to be messed up. That's the last thing I'm trying to do if I'm doing music is get in the middle of that. Now, am I going to support my people? Hell yeah. Yes, I'm going to support my people if I'm any kind of entertainer. If the people are going this way, I'm with them. They're going that way, I'm with them. I'm not going to go against the grain of my people. No. We can disagree on some things sometimes, but when the rubber meets the road, I got to go the same direction where the people is going.
Y'all can check out the rest of this video, man. This is Philip Scott Show. Y'all can check him out on YouTube. His channel, support him. I'm going to read some of his comments. You mind left any comments at the bottom? Okay, let me see what they're talking about. His comments. See what people are saying. I didn't know Busta Rhymes even said anything bad about. I didn't know he said that. You disrespect us, we disrespect you. Plain and simple. I'm glad Black people heard the BS he said and boycotted him. Busta effed up when he decided to take digs at Black Americans' culture. That's why he didn't receive the warm welcome energy from the crowd. Yeah, looked like nobody hardly even showed up. Busta Rhymes messed up his own legacy by himself. Wow, Busta Rhymes looked like a Busta, most definitely. Creative action is being taken by Black Americans against this Busta. No disrespect, but why didn't none of the Jamaicans come out in large numbers to support him? Right, exactly. Why didn't his own people? That makes sense. If he really Jamaican, cause like I said, I didn't know he was Jamaican for a long time until like years later. I said, oh, Busta, he really kept that. He's not like he came out a Jamaican artist like doing reggae or reggaeton. You know what I'm saying? He was doing rap. He was doing our music. That's crazy. Somebody said that. No disrespect, but why didn't none of the Jamaicans come out in large numbers to support him? Right. That makes sense. Why didn't his own people come out and rock with him? When he went in on Black American culture the way he did, I stopped listening to his music, and I support nothing he does. He was one of my faves too. Yeah, I know. I love Busta Rhymes. I didn't know he went in. I gotta go and find this article where he went in on us. But we have to stop the disrespect. He played a stupid game with us, and we gave him a stupid prize. Wow. I'm 60 years old. If those outsiders disrespect us, we disrespect them. Eye for an eye, right? Because he's always talking shit about Black Americans and overreacting oxtails with beef patties. Busta Rhymes lost a lot of respect when he disrespected Black Americans by claiming Black Americans had no culture and making the false claims that Puerto Ricans and Caribbeans helped create hip hop. Furthermore, Busta Rhymes is suddenly tooting his Jamaican heritage, even though he never talked about it early. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Early in his career, he always blended in with Black Americans. Yeah, I was gonna say, like I said, I didn't know that he was Jamaican till years later. Wow, I want to see what he said about Black Americans. I'm going to see if I can find an article. I found the clip. I think this is the clip right here. This clip was from 3 years ago. He did this clip before. This is 3 years ago. This is like before the pandemic. He came out with this statement. I thought this was recent, but this is from Kirk CTV. Kirk CTV. This is where he did the interview, I guess. This is where. So let's check it out. I think this is it though.
I think that, my family is Jamaican, and Latino and Jamaican are Caribbean people. With tropical people, with people that understand what that timing and that rhythm and that pocket feels like in a way unlike any other culture of people. From the bass lines to the way we choose to place our words as people of the Caribbean and of the tropics. I think that it's just it's something you can't really define in words. It's a feeling thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you watch Latinos do the salsa or merengue and you see Jamaican people, do they shit. It's kind of like something that goes hand in hand. And, it ain't a coincidence that in every urban community, the Latino and blacks is there together. That ain't no accident. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you find in every urban community, Middle Eastern and black or Asian and black. You always see Latino and black. And I think we just so a part of each other's cultural significance, not only as tropical people, but even here in the United States, where the multicultural, because the U.S. ain't got no culture. They shit is all our shit. A bunch of our shit is what makes the U.S. whatever you want to call it. We still don't know what that culture is for the U.S., but it's a mix-up of all of our cultures. In the urban community, you know, the Latino and the West Indian has the greatest influence, and we've always had, and we'll always will, and it's just been that way. So I've actually been influenced by the Latino community, which allows me to feel that much more comfortable.
It looked like this event he was at was a Latin event. Soul Frito, the Urban Latin Music Festival, yeah. So I think he was just trying to cater to these people that probably paid for him to come out, perform, you know, because he's not Latino. He's Jamaican, right? He's Jamaican. So why would they invite him there? So they must have paid him. So I'm thinking he was catering to these people by saying what he said in this press conference. Let's continue on.
Putting my West Indian influence in my music, because they made me feel that much more proud to be like, yeah man, me's a Jamaican, and I say it. But I'm just saying, a lot of the times, it ain't until you're made to feel comfortable giving it to the people who and what you really are, what your influences are, or your upbringing in the house, that you do it. So, you know, being that I've been made to feel comfortable doing it, I think I also got to acknowledge and credit the Latinos for their influence on me, just the same way that I've been able to take that influence and give it back to the music. But a lot of that just has to do with just being around it, growing up a part of it, and, you know, just seeing that it worked. When I was able to do the shit and incorporated it little by little and seeing the shit work, I'm like, man, this shit is not gonna ever stop happening with me, because it's an advantage that I have being of the Caribbean descent, being of the tropical upbringing, being from that environment. I can use that to my advantage. A lot of rap motherfuckers and American artists, they can't use that, and I can do what they doing as an American, but I also got this little secret weapon that I'm gonna pull out the stash every now and then, and I'm gonna use it to my advantage. So, you know, I think that's really what it is, and so far, it's been magical results for me.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, wow. I think he meant to say, America doesn't have any culture, but black people. But you know, he said he really did kind of. Cause I'm trying to maybe say maybe he didn't mean what he. Because I'm a big fan of Busta. I was like, maybe he didn't mean what he said, but he really was going heavy on the influence of West Indian. Like I said, he never really talked about this type of stuff when he first came out, about him being West Indian, Jamaican, booyaka, and all that stuff. He wasn't talking that when he first came out. Like I was like the first. Like he only started talking about this recently. Like even I would say this is like maybe in the first, maybe like in the last 6-7 years that he really been bigging up his Jamaican influence and really kind of separate himself from black Americans. You know what I'm saying? I'll read some of these comments they left on their channel. Let me see what people are saying. I'm curious. Negro, we are the culture. The F this dude talking about. Black Americans created hip hop. Everybody else jumped on the bandwagon. Stop playing. Black Americans literally gave you jazz, R&B, rock and roll, and disco and hip hop. Why they playing? Well, why doesn't he make Latin or Jamaican sounding music? Right. Now these comments are from like less than a year ago. So people, I guess been talking about this since 3 years ago. Cause I'm seeing this comment from last year, a year ago. That was from 3 years ago. This dude is lying. The Caribbean and Latinos didn't help create hip hop. If they did, why didn't they get it started in their tropical region at the same time? For real, exactly. That makes sense. They talk all this shit in the United States and never want to leave. Yep. What the hell has Busta been smoking? Black Americans set the tone for the world. Exactly. Right. Black American culture does. People copy off us all over the world. For real. People copy off us all over the world, man. You know what I'm saying? Music, dress, fashion, everything. I think James Brown, George Clinton, B.B. King, Bobby Blue Bland, Miles Davis, Howling Wolf, and a few others would have something different to say. Everyone is entitled to their personal options, though. Peace and love. I will never play another Busta Rhymes song ever at none of my parties. Wow. What does FDN mean? He showed his true colors. I want nothing to do with him again. He is a sellout. Wow. People were going. This is like 2 years ago or a year ago. I don't know why y'all even respond to this dude. Not all skin folk is kinfolk. That's right. And it's right. It's right because it rhymes. I am of Caribbean descent, but I have no clue what he is talking about, and neither does Busta himself. I grew up on hip hop and never heard anything that reminded me of something that sounded familiar to what is played anywhere in the Caribbean. Right, because it's an American black made art form. Right, that's coming from straight. He just said he's from the Caribbean. He just broke it down just right then. Wow. So that's why nobody came to Busta's. Wow, damn. And Essence Fest is black. Like that's true black. That's a true black American event. Almost as black American as like Freaknik used to be. You know what I'm saying? Or like Watts Fest. That is black. So yeah, I'm not shocked that nobody came to see him. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. What y'all think about this video, man? Leave your comments and subscribe to Charles and Ezra. Hit the thumbs up button.